Hey everybody, Bob here. Thanks for stopping by. You know, I've been working on my toolbox game and I'm trying to get that organized. And what I've been thinking about lately, mostly, is trying to get that socket drawer organized. If that's on point, you just feel good. When you open that drawer, it looks great. And there's only a couple different ways to organize your sockets. And I've been on Amazon and it seems like there's thousands of ways. But I think there's a lot of duplication going on, and we'll run through those real quick. I'll show you. You know, there's differences between a rail, right? Socket rail, everybody familiar with those? And the old school tray. So we'll just run through a bunch of trays and a bunch of the rails. I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. See what you like the most. Let me know. All right, so what we got here is the old school trays, right? Everybody familiar with those. And we got the rails. Now what I've noticed is I got a lot of older trays. Like you see this, they're two. 1 and 2. You got your deep and you got your shorts. Deep, short, deep, short. Over the last couple of years now, I'm finding out we have mid sockets. I didn't know what a mid socket was. Turns out mid sockets are in between deep and shallow, or deep and short. So now they're mid sockets. And apparently a lot of guys think the mid sockets are pretty cool. So I've been getting these trays now with 3 rows in them to kind of keep everything tidy. And so let's see what we got here. If you go online, let's say you're looking on Amazon, you will find what I'm going to guess is anywhere between 10 and 30 different brands for these. And I'm here to tell you, as far as I can tell, they are all the same. You know, right down to where these are, how the corners are on all of these kind of things. I don't want to start any kind of conspiracy theories here, but I think Big Socket is trying to keep us down. And I have seen no differences. Doesn't mean they're not there. I'm just saying I haven't seen any. And if you go back and like I've got some really old ones. These are Olsa. I got a really old Hansen, and these are all over Amazon too. And I have had this Hansen forever. And if you look at the bottom of it, hey, look at there. It looks just like the rest of them. Now I'm throwing my sockets everywhere. Man, I just organized that too. Give me a second here. What do we got going on here? Amateur hour. And here's what's funny. If you get into this this section right over here, look at these dudes. Now here's another old Hansen. Pretty straightforward, right? Kind of see what's going on there. Look at this little rack. It's the same rack. That's a Snapon. I mean, everybody is, whoever it is, big socket storage is keeping us down. That's all I'm saying. Let me just push all that junk off to the side. So what I'm telling you, boys, it appears to me that any of the regular trays, and I don't care who's making them, if they look like these, it's the same company, man. As far as I can tell, I would be shocked if it wasn't. You know, where these are, just the whole shape of it. And I like these. Like I say, these are the ones that are made for the mid sockets. These are 1/2 inch. So you got your deep, mid, shallow, deep, mid, shallow, 3/8, and the 1/4 inch ones, including these ones here, my old school ones that I just dumped all over the place. All right, and that's 3 rows. Because you got to have your mid sockets in there now, boys. So I'm here to tell you, if you're into the trays and you like the way those look, like check the 1/4 inch drawer. See how good that's starting to look there? Everything's in trays, nice and organized. So that's handled that. When you get to looking at the rails, it occurs to me that the ones I see the most on eBay and Amazon are the Olsa, which is that guy, and these Aries, whatever they are, and then these black ones I picked up from Harbor Freight, and they're made by Pittsburgh. These 2 plastic ones, which are also real common all over the old interweb, these dudes came with these gear wrench mids. But these are all over Amazon too, these little plastic ones. And realistically, if you start looking, you're going to just see these flat ones that are all very similar. You're going to see this little press-on rubber cap, this little slot. They are going to look almost identical. And then you get into these other ones here, the Aries and the Pittsburgh. And here's what's cool about those. These have magnets. Ha-ha! Look at that. I like that. But here's the deal. These regular rails, quite a bit cheaper than the magnetized ones. Even cheaper, I believe, than the Pittsburgh ones with the magnets. And these plastic ones, I mean, I guess if you're on a budget and your kids are going to lose your tools out in your yard, you know, give them the cheap sockets, put them on these rails and let them just go out in the yard and lose your stuff. So that's my recommendation. My recommendation is stick with the ones, honestly, that seem to be the cheapest. You're probably going to be all right. Olsa's got some of the best deals I've noticed on Amazon. This Aries is right there too. And I like the finish on this. This red is really good. It's really smooth and really silky. The finish on the Pittsburgh, not quite as smooth. And initially, these didn't slide as good on here. That's all I'm saying. And these things, I don't even like these. They're just, I don't like them. Let's put them over there. So this is what I'm going to finish doing the toolbox in. Now, what I did also is I determined that I like the magnets, and I'll give you a quick example of why. Look at this. Look how good that sticks. I mean, they are, that is on there. Almost got winded. So I think I'm going to stick with these. I think I'm going to stick, personally, with the Airs. I like the finish better. And here's the funny part. I don't know if I can get this, let me move this over for you. Look at this. Can I focus on that? Is it going to do it? No? These are identical. It says like patent pending on them or both. Like I say, this is the Airs one. This is the Harbor Freight one. They are identical. Can I get it? Kinda. Well, trust me, they are just about virtually identical. Now, what I did also is I modified one of these Olsas to, man, it's cold in the shop. I'm having trouble speaking. I got to turn the furnace on. Modified one of these Olsas with magnets. So I went out and I found this little bag / box of magnet material. Look at that. And I cut myself off a little hunk of magnet. I popped it on there. And now I can put my crow's feet anywhere I want. And realistically, I should put my crow's feet in the trash because nobody ever uses crow's feet for anything. They're just worthless. But look at that. They stick real good right there, boys. Check it out. Here's that Olsa rail that I modified with the magnets. Stuck to the side drawer in my socket drawer. So it's not taking up a lot of room. So eventually, I can just throw these in the trash. I don't know anybody that uses crow's feet. I have a conspiracy theory. I think crow's feet are leftover open-end box-end wrenches that were just crushed. And they're like, hey, what do we do with this leftover piece? The box end is terrible. And they're like, just cut it off, put a hex in there. Not a hex. Put a little square in there, and we'll just sell these. We'll call them crow's feet, and people think they need them. I've never needed them. Boo, crow's feet, boo. So that's my quick little thought process, shootout, whatever you want to call it. I think you can get any one of these trays. You're going to be just fine, just fine. I think you can get any one of these rails. I think you just shop for price point. Olsa's been really good to me. I like the look of their stuff. It's been pretty good. Price point is killer. The Aries stuff, I think the shine is a little nicer. Yeah, and it comes with a magnet. The Pittsburgh stuff, also a good deal. So it's kind of like, if you're shopping online, you're watching YouTube videos, you're probably getting this stuff online like I am, you know what I mean? So you got to find them online. You got to find them online. That's where I found these. And I hope that helps you out. Maybe even taught you a few things about them little crazy mid-sockets. These are new to me. I'm kind of excited to see what goes on with a mid-socket. Look at those guys there. Woo, we getting organized up in here.